Park my car, valet. My wife's brother flicked the Bentley keys at me like loose change. They spun once in the air. I let them fall. Metal kissed marble. The sound was small, final. Behind him, laughter. Wine glasses clinked. Someone said my name like it was a joke that never landed. A tow truck rolled in, slow and deliberate, its amber lights washing the valet line in artificial dawn. The driver leaned out. "Boss?" he asked, eyes already measuring the damage. "Which car are we repossessing?" I didn't look at my brother-in-law. I didn't need to. I could feel his smile harden. "Start with that Bentley," I said. "It's in my spot." Silence snapped tight around us. Somewhere inside my chest, something long contained finally went still. That was the moment everything aligned. The years of swallowing heat, the dinners where I was decorative, the way my wife learned to look past me without moving her head. I felt calm, too calm. That scared me more than the tow truck did them. It hadn't started tonight. Tonight was just the receipt. The first crack came weeks earlier, a message on my wife's phone that vanished when she noticed me behind her, a laugh that lingered too long after she stepped outside to take calls. My name said differently, shorter, flatter. I told myself I was tired. I worked too much, built too much with my hands to trust my instincts. That lie lasted 3 days. At New Year's dinner, her father threw red wine in my face like a christening gone wrong. My wife's sister laughed. "Thanks, Dad," she said. "Maybe that'll teach him some respect, filthy pig." I gripped the chair, felt the grain bite into my palms. I stood, smiled, sat back down. My wife didn't look at me. She was watching her brother, always had been. That was when the shape of it emerged. Not betrayal as chaos, but betrayal as structure, a system, a family that agreed I was temporary. I went home early, washed the wine from my eyes, from my mouth, not from my memory. I didn't ask questions. Questions warn people. I pulled phone records the way I'd learned to read weld seams, slow, patient, knowing where stress hides. Late-night calls, same number. Burners change patterns, habits don't. I watched body language at dinners, how she leaned toward him, how her foot brushed his under the table and never apologized. I hired a private lab. No drama, no explanation, just facts. Facts don't raise their voice. At work, I was the same man, quiet, precise, the one they underestimated because he didn't brag about what he owned. At home, I became invisible on purpose. That's when people tell the truth, when they think you're already gone. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday, heavy paper, clean print. I read it once, then again. Infidelity confirmed. Financial manipulation documented. The Bentley? Leased under my company's credit line. The house they laughed about? In my name. Always had been. I slid the papers across the counter that night. "What's this?" my wife asked, already pale. "Read it." She did. Her hands shook. Mine didn't. "I can explain." "No," I said. One word, surgical. She cried. He called. I didn't answer. I had everything I needed. Back at the restaurant, the tow hook latched onto the Bentley with a sound like judgment. My brother-in-law stepped forward. "You can't do this." I finally looked at him. I already did. I turned to the driver. After that, the Porsche, same issue. My wife's father shouted. My wife sobbed. The sister stopped laughing. I handed the valet my card. Not for parking, for witness. "Send the rest of the cars home," I said. "Dinner's over." They watched me walk away from the table, from the marriage, from the role they'd written for me without my consent. No shouting, no threats, just subtraction. Later, alone, I sat in the quiet I'd earned. I thought about the years, how I'd mistaken endurance for love, silence for peace. I didn't feel victorious. I felt accurate. Some people think revenge needs fire. They're wrong. It needs clarity. I blocked the numbers, closed the accounts, changed nothing about myself except access. The truth didn't set me free. It taught me who never deserved me, and I never looked back.